we're really having to focus and concentrate on, inhale, lift my arms, exhale, fold forwards, this deliberate placement of our bodies. Our brain is absorbed, our tool, our intellect is absorbed in that practice, and that innate wisdom of our bodies, of our, cellular, knowledge, that deep held well of knowledge can start to awaken and enliven. So we'll use this practice, this flow of postures and breath to help flush and rinse through the channels, the energy channels of our body. We'll use it to help enliven the physical, our bones, our muscles, the movement of our blood and our breath, to enliven our physical bodies, and to awaken that cellular intelligence, that like gut knowledge, that gut instinct and gut intuition. You'll hear me say it as we go through the practice, but I'll say it now too. Think less and feel more. I use that a lot. Think less and feel more. So as we go through our practice, that will be our motto. Think less, feel more, and trust your body, trust your breath, and trust your movement. Trust your own interpretation of the movements that I offer. Very last thing, I can't really see exactly what you're doing, so just that little disclaimer of a personal responsibility. Take care of yourself. Ignore if I'm offering something that doesn't feel right for you, then just please modify or ignore it. So you are the authority, and taking that personal responsibility for your practice. So let's begin. I'll make my way over to my mat here. We'll start standing. So you can find your feet on the ground. About hip width apart, possibly a touch wider than hip width apart. You can have a soft little bend in your knees just to start with. We'll take one hand, doesn't matter which hand, one hand onto your chest, right onto your sternum, and one hand onto your belly, like around your navel, either just below your navel or right on top of your navel. And if you can close your eyes, close your eyes. And if that doesn't feel comfortable, then keep your eyes in sort of a half gaze, a fuzzy gaze. So you're not really looking at anything in particular. And all we will start with is our breath, the very simple act of breathing. So going with your own pace and your own timing, feeling deep, steady, calm inhale breaths. And slow, steady exhale breaths. Tapping into that expansive quality of your breathing. Our breath is what connects us to everything around us. As you breathe in, you're drawing in the space around you. And as you breathe out, you are emptying out a little bit of yourself. So just by breathing, we are connected to every person, animal, plant, everything in the world. We're all connected just by breathing. So as we start to move, we will keep this really slow and calm quality to our breath. And we'll take a flow that has a lot of repetition. We'll be going through the same pathways quite a bit so that we can all feel familiar with the movements. And as we feel familiar with the movements, we can start to explore the feeling of interpreting those movements in our own bodies. We can feel the transitions, start to explore the transitions and the in-between moments, letting our body guide us, our breath guide us. So let's take one more breath. So a collective breath, even though we're all in different living rooms, different houses, we'll take a virtual collective breath. Breathing in through the nose. And then exhale out through your mouth. Let your eyes gently open. Release your arms down by your sides. Inhale, we'll sweep the arms wide and high, nice and slow. Big sweep of the arms right up towards the ceiling. Now with your breath out, we'll rotate towards the right. So reach your right fingertips back behind you and your left fingertips out in front of you. Circle your right arm all the way down and forwards. Right elbow underneath the left. Eagle wrap your arms, like tangle up your arms. We'll pull our fingertips up towards the ceiling. Elbows up towards the ceiling. Take an inhale breath. And then exhale, release, and unravel your arms. Slow breath in, sweep your arms wide and high. Now rotate your chest towards the left. Left fingertips reach back and right fingertips reach forwards. Circle your left arm down and forwards. Left elbow underneath the right. Eagle wrap your arms and then pull fingertips and elbows up to the ceiling on your inhale breath. And exhale, release, and unravel the arms. Same thing, but we'll start to add on. Inhale, arms slowly sweep, wide and high. Rotate your chest to the right. Right fingertips reach back, left fingertips reach forwards. Circle your right arm down and forwards. Again, eagle wrap the arms. Pull fingertips up to the ceiling, big breath in. Release your arms, unravel them, breathe out. Circle your arms wide and high, inhale, now stick with me. We'll step our right foot behind the left, bend our knees and take a big bow or a big curtsy down towards the ground. From there, step back through, feet parallel underneath your hips. Inhale, reach your arms forwards and up. And then pull your hands to rest at the center of your chest. Exhale. Right away, breathe in, arms sweep wide and high. Exhale, rotate your chest to the left. Left fingertips back, right fingertips forwards. Circle the left arm down and forwards. Elbows stack, wrap up into those eagle arms. Fingertips pull high, breathe in. And then release, unravel arms and breathe out. Arms sweep up to the ceiling, inhale. Step left foot behind the right. Bend both knees and take that big curtsy or that big bow down towards the ground. Inhale, both feet underneath your hips. Reach forwards and skywards. Exhale, settle hands to center of chest. Again, inhale, arms rise up. Breath and body working together like dance partners. Rotate your chest to the right on your exhale. Circle your right arm down and forwards. Again, eagle wrap the arms and pull your fingertips up to the ceiling. Inhale, breath. Release, the arms unravel. Exhale, breath. Circle wide and high. Again, breathe in. Right foot steps behind the left. Bend both knees, curtsying down towards the ground. This time, take your fingertips out to the front of your mat. Inhale, look forwards. And then exhale, step your right foot all the way back and lower your knee gently to the ground. Arms sweep up towards the ceiling, crescent lunge. So full breath in to reach up through the fingertips and your gaze. Palms press together, exhale, pull your hands right down towards the center of your chest. We'll do that 2 more times. Big breath, arms sweep wide and high. Exhale, pull your hands down that center line of your body. Again, breathe in, arms sweep wide and high. This time, breathe out and step back up to the top of your mat. Forward fold, bowing over top of your legs. Halfway lift, fingertips compress onto your shins or onto the ground. Pull your sternum bone forwards. And then exhale, let your head release. Let your head dangle. Empty out your head, your brain. Inhale, sweep wide and high, reaching right back up to the ceiling. Gather hands to center of your chest. Exhale. Same flow. Inhale, arms rise. Rotate your chest to the left. Exhale. Left arm circles down and forwards, elbows stack, arms wrap, so eagle arms. Fingertips pull right up to the ceiling. And then exhale to release and unravel. Follow your inhale to reach the arms back up to the ceiling. Step your left foot behind the right. Bend your knees and take that curtsy, that bow down to the ground. Fingertips out to the front of your mat. Inhale, take a peek, a look forwards. And exhale, step your left foot back and lower your knee gently. Sweep the arms up into crescent lunge. Big, broad breath. So opening, stretching your lungs, and then pull hands down through center line of the body on your exhale. 2 more times just like that. Let the body and the breath work together. Body and breath guiding you. Exhale, hands pull down. Think less, feel more. Inhale, arms sweep wide and high. And step up to the top of your mat, forward fold, bowing over your legs. Halfway lift, breathe in, fingertips to the ground or to your shins. And exhale, release your head. Breathe in, sweeping back up to stand. Full stretch, full breath, full lungs. Hands gather to center. Same thing, we'll keep adding on. So follow the breath, arms rise up, breathe in. Rotate your chest to the right, breathe out. Right arm circles down and forwards, eagle up the arms. Tangle them up, pull your fingertips up to the ceiling, breathe in. Release and untangle, breathe out. Arms circle high, inhale. Right foot steps behind the left. Bend the knees and take that curtsy down. Exhale. Fingertips to mat, breathe in and peek forwards. Right foot steps back. Lower your knee gently. Exhale. Same thing. Big stretch up to crescent lunge. Breathing in. And then breathing out. Hands pull down through prayer, down through center of chest. Again, inhale. Arms sweep wide and high. Exhale, hands pull down through center. Last time like that. Breathe in, arms sweep wide and high. And then exhale, take your hands down to your mat, shoulder width apart, downward facing dog. Now, if you need to modify this, you can always just stay on hands and knees. So if you need to skip out downward dog, just stay on your hands and your knees. Wherever you are, just take one breath in. And a clearing breath out. Moving forwards to plank pose. Those of you who are in downward facing dog, bring your shoulders right over top of your wrists. And then child's pose. So knees to the mat, bum to heels, forehead to the ground, and relax. Now rise up to sit on your shins. Breath of joy. So bring your hips right up on top of your knees. Inhale, arms sweep all the way up, and you can make this as big or as small of a movement as feels right for you. And then exhale, make fists and pull them back by your sides as you get small towards the ground. Big, huge breaths. Inhale to expand, to open. And exhale to gather in and down. One more time, so really nourishing inhale breath. And a cleansing exhale as you pull in and down. Good, take your hands out in front of you. Either hands and knees or full plank pose, you decide. We'll bend our elbows and slowly lower down to our belly. Take your fingertips a little bit wide off to the sides of your mat. Legs straight behind you. Inhale to draw your shoulders back and find a little puff up through your chest, your sternum. And then with an exhale, soften and ripple back down to the ground. We'll do one more of those. So inhale, shoulders gather back. rippling up through your spine. And exhale, release, soften your belly and your ribs, your chest towards the floor. Take your hands back down by your lower ribs, about shoulder width apart. Tuck your toes. Press back up through hands and knees. You can stay there or return to downward facing dog. Sweep the right leg high towards the ceiling, three-legged dog. And if you're on hands and knees, you can send your right leg straight back behind you. Take an inhale breath, a big inhale breath. Exhale, step your right foot forwards between your hands. And if it doesn't get all the way there, then just give it a little bit of help. Just use your right hand to bring it forwards. Back leg presses to straight, so your back knee is straight, and we'll open the right arm up to the ceiling. This is a low twisted lunge, a nice little rotation and rinse through the spine. We'll circle that top arm, our right arm. So reach your right fingertips towards the back of your mat or the wall behind you. Keep circling your right fingertips down towards the ground. Reach as far forward as you can. And then like you're tracing those big circles with your fingertips, reach all the way up and back again. Circling down towards the ground. We'll do one more of those. Inhale, reach forwards and up. Exhale, reach back and down. Fingertips to mat, take an inhale, look forwards. Exhale, step to the top of your mat, forward fold. Chair pose, bend your knees, sink your hips back and bring a lot of weight into your heels. And we're gonna take like a little pump, like a tiny little pump of our legs, just making sure you're protecting your joints, knees are tracking over the centers of your feet and your middle toes. Send your right arm forwards and your left arm back. And then little pump and switch the arms. And again, little pump and switch the arms. So inhale to find that little lift, exhale to lower. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. A couple more times, speed up the breath, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, and interpret this. Let this be your own movement, your own body. Doesn't have to look exactly like the way I'm doing it. Once more on each side. Little pump, exhale, inhale, little lift. And then exhale, lower. Let's take both arms forwards. Take a big stretch up to the ceiling with the heart, with the gaze. Hands rest, center of chest. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, arms sweep wide and high. So continuing through with this flow, spin your chest to the left. Left fingertips reach back, right fingertips reach forwards. Circle your left arm down and forwards. Wrap up the elbows, eagle arms. Inhale, fingertips up to the ceiling. And exhale to release and untangle. Again, arms wide and high, breathe in. Left foot behind the right, bend your knees and curtsy down, big bow. Nice. Fingertips to the mat, inhale, little peek forwards, and exhale, left foot steps back. Lower your knee down. I can kind of see a little bit of what you're doing, and it all looks really good. Arms sweep up to crescent lunge. Open your chest, your heart. Exhale, pull down through that center, that balancing center line of the body. Again. Breathe in. Breathe out. Follow the flow of breath. Let your body take you through. Trust your body. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, pull down. This time we'll place our hands to the mat, downward facing dog or hands and knees. Again, big breath into your down dog or your hands and knees. And a big clearing. Exhale, breath. Come on forwards to plank pose if you're in downward dog. Take your shoulders over your wrists, strong arms, strong connection to the ground. And then child's pose. Soften knees to the earth, bum to your heels, forehead to the earth. Rise up, hips stack on top of your knees. Breath of joy again. Make this as big, as expansive, or as small as you need to. Inhale to open, exhale to pull in and down. We'll do that 2 more times. Breathing in, drawing in, gathering in everything that you need. And exhaling to release, to empty. Last one, full breath. Stretch your lungs. So this is, exercise for our lungs as much as it is for every other part of our body. Exhale, get every last bit of breath out of your lungs. Crawl your hands forwards, either to full plank or stay on hands and knees. And then use an exhale to really steady and really calmly lower yourself all the way down to your belly. So again, we'll stretch our legs, point our toes back behind us, and tent our fingers wide off to the sides of our mat. Breathe in for that fingertip cobra, so you're hugging your shoulder blades back, lifting up through the chest, the sternum, and exhale to soften down through your belly and your ribs. Again, inhale takes you up, and exhale lowers you down. Hands by your lower ribs, tuck your toes, press back up to hands and knees, stay there, or downward facing dog. Inhale, the left leg sweeps up to the ceiling, really long reach to that left leg. And then exhale, left foot steps forwards between your hands. And again, if it doesn't get all the way there, just give it a little help. Bring it forwards. Right hand stays on the ground. Left arm peels open to the ceiling. This low twisted lunge. Left arm reaching high. Now we'll take those circles, working into our shoulder socket, that left shoulder socket. So reach left fingertips back and then down. See if you can follow your fingertips with your eyes, nice and easy through your head and your neck and your shoulders. Circle all the way back up and then continue reaching back and down. We'll do 1 more of those. Inhale sends the arm forwards and up. Exhale reaches back and down. Fingertips to the mat. Look forwards. Inhale, breath. And step to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Exhale, breath. Chair pose. Knees bend. Hips sink. And then draw back. So really take your bum, your booty way back behind you. A lot of weight in your heels. Relax the shoulders. Easy through your neck and your jaw. Send your left arm forwards and your right arm back. Taking those little pumps. So inhale, little lift. And exhale, bend. Inhale, switch the arms, little lift. Exhale, sink. Make it your own. Breathing in. Breathing out. Maybe you pick up the pace a little. Inhale. You can go faster than what I'm offering. You can sink low to the ground or just take tiny little dumps of your legs. Keep it going. Body and breath working together. Dance partners. And once more on each side. Next time you sink down, next time you exhale, both arms reach forwards and then breathe in, stretch your legs, press down through the ground. Reach up through heart, gaze, fingertips, and then pull hands down to that center point. Maybe close your eyes, take a breath, feel your heartbeat, feel your breath, and then release your arms, release your hands, and open your eyes. So guess what? We're gonna go through that same flow. So repetition, using the repetition to really help us get out of our brain, thinking less, feeling more, and then we'll add on a little bit again. So here we go. Inhale, arms sweep wide and high. Rotate chest to the right on your exhale. Circle that right arm down and forwards. Eagle wrap your arms and pull fingertips up to the ceiling. Inhale, breath. Exhale, untangle, release. Again, arms sweep right up on your inhale breath. Right foot steps behind the left. Bend your knees and bow down, curtsy down. Fingertips to mat. Inhale, look forwards. Right foot steps back. Lower your knee to the ground. Exhale. Follow the breath. Arms sweep wide and high. Gather hands to prayer. Pull down through center. Exhale. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale, last one. Arms reach up. Hands to the ground, downward dog or hands and knees on your exhale. Big breath, in through the nose, clearing breath out through your mouth. You can make as much noise as you want to. No one can hear you, so go for it. Plank pose, so shifting forward, shoulders over top of your wrists. Now, full plank if you choose, or hands and knees for a milder variation. Remember, you can always ignore me if you'd like. If you're following along, we'll inhale where we are, and then exhale, pull our right knee to our forehead, like we're trying to touch our nose and our knee together. And then back to plank, or hands and knees on your inhale breath. Left knee to forehead on your exhale. Again on each side, full steady breath into plank. Exhale breath, hug knee to forehead, knee to nose. Plank pose, breathe in, or hands and knees. Left knee hugs in, exhale. Plank, breathe in, child's pose, knees to the ground, bum to your heels, release. Rise up, hips on top of your knees. Breath of joy, inhale, go for it, reach, open, expand. Exhale, gather right into your center, your core, your middle point, and hug towards the floor. 2 more times, follow your breath. Trust your body, trust your movement. Trust how you interpret this. Exhale and gathering down. Last one, opening wide. And hugging down, pulling down, exhale. Walk your hands forwards, hands and knees, or full plank. Take your inhale breath. Elbows bend on your exhale, and you can lower all the way to your belly again, or just halfway down if you'd like to go just halfway down. Keep your hands by your low ribs for cobra or upward facing dog, those of you familiar with upward facing dog. And then pulling back to hands and knees or to downward dog. Send the right leg up to the ceiling, 3-legged dog. Full breath in. Step right foot forwards between your hands. Give it some help if it needs to come all the way forwards. Open up your right arm to the ceiling, low twisted lunge. And then circle. We'll take just 2 circles. So reaching right hand all the way back behind you, all the way down to the ground. Inhale, reach as far forward as you can, and then right up again and back. Circle all the way down to the ground. Now here's where we're going to add on. Spin your back heel down onto the mat. That should be your left foot. And then open up arms, cartwheel your arms wide into a warrior stance, warrior 2 stance. And you can have a shallower warrior if you need to, if you'd like. Or you can go for like full Amazon stance, like really wide, juicy warrior posture. Now we'll just take a couple rounds of breath here. I encourage you to maybe close your eyes if you feel steady enough, or just soften your gaze. Feel your breath. Feel the air moving over your skin. Feel the flow of your blood moving through your veins. Feel the heat rising off of your body. Softly open your eyes if they were closed. Front hand, right hand is going to reach up towards the ceiling. Back hand is going to very lightly land on the back leg, on your left leg. This is our reverse warrior. Take a little lift or a little puff up through your chest, your sternum towards that right hand. Now we'll inhale. And then exhale, come back up through center. Extend your front leg. And reach right hand down to very softly land on your right shin. It can be even your right thigh if you don't want to go too deep. Triangle pose, triangle shape, left arm is reaching up towards the ceiling. We're going to move back and forth between those 2 shapes. So bend your right knee again. Reversed warrior. Right arm sweeps all the way up and back. Inhale. And then exhale up through center. Extend your right leg, your front leg. Right hand lands softly to your right shin. Left arm reaches high. We'll do that one more time. Right knee bends. Inhale, sweeping up and back. Reversed warrior. And exhale, up and forwards. Triangle pose. Pause in that triangle pose. Take an inhale breath. And an exhale breath. Rise all the way up with your torso and parallel your feet. Now I've got a really wide stance. I'm going to shorten my stance slightly. You can do so as well if you need to. We'll turn our heels in and our toes slightly out. So we've got a goddess squat. Take your arms like bookends, or robot arms, or cactus arms, whatever you want to call it. Breathe in through center. And then exhale, rotate your arms and your chest towards the left. Center, breathe in. And rotate arms and chest to the right on your exhale. Again, breathe in, center. Stay really grounded through your feet, your pelvis. Rotate to the left on your exhale. Center, inhale. And to the right, exhale. Come on back through center. Stretch your legs. Parallel your feet again and interlace the hands behind your pelvis. Good. Tug your shoulders back. So shoulder blades hug onto the back of your chest and puff up through your sternum. Big inhale. Exhale, forward fold, hinging right at your hip creases, letting your head bow towards the ground and gently tugging your hands away from the back of your pelvis. Pause here for about 2 rounds of breath. And then release your hands down onto the mat. Crawl your hands forwards and we'll step up to forward fold, both feet to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Rise to stand with your breath. Let the inhale carry you up. Settle hands to center of chest and exhale. Right into the other side. Breathe in, arms sweep wide and high. We've been here already. Rotate to the left on your exhale. Left arm circles down and forwards. Eagle wrap. Pull fingertips high. Inhale. Release and untangle. Exhale. Arms sweep wide and high. Step left foot behind the right, bend the knees, take a big old curtsy down to the ground. Fingertips to mat, peek forwards, inhale, exhale, left foot steps back, lower your knee. Follow the breath, arms rise, inhale, breath. Hands find prayer, pull down through center line, exhale. Again, breathing in, washing through your body, through your energy pathways, with every bit of movement, with every breath. Arms rise, inhale. And then hands come down to the ground, nice and steady, downward dog or hands and knees. Take that clearing breath in your downward dog or hands and knees. And then find plank pose or stay on hands and knees. So a really strong breath here. Breathing in. Left knee hugs to your forehead if you're following along. Exhale. Remember, you can ignore me and just skip this out if you need to. Back to plank. Breathe in. Strong exhale. Right knee to nose to forehead. Exhale. Once more on each side. Breathe in. Plank or hands and knees. Exhale. Left knee and nose gather in. Plank again. Inhale. And right knee hugs in, exhale. To plank pose, breathing in, child's pose, release knees and hips and head and arms and shoulders. Keeping that same flow, rise up, hips on top of your knees, breath of joy. Last time, 3 rounds. Opening up, finding that expansive quality of the inhale, and the releasing, the emptying, the letting go quality of the exhale. Gathering in the space around you as you breathe in. And releasing, emptying, giving a little part of yourself on the exhale. Last one. Walk your hands out in front of you. Hands and knees or plank pose. Breathing in, lowering through that chaturanga, elbows bend, that yoga push-up on your breath out. You can lower halfway down or all the way down. Cobra if you're on your belly. Upward facing dog if you only lowered halfway down. And then breathing out, pulling back to hands and knees or to downward facing dog. Right away, the left leg rises as you inhale. Step left foot forwards with your exhale. Give it some help if it needs a little help. Keep your right hand on the ground and open up your left arm, that nice little twist or rinse through your spine, and then start to circle. Left fingertips reach back and all the way down. Continue forwards and up and back and down. Adding on, back heel spins down and roots to the floor. Arms cartwheel up and open into that warrior two shape. You choose how wide you want your legs, right? You can again have that big, huge, wide stance or a little bit of a shallower stance. Here we're just pausing. Closing your eyes or softening your gaze. Feeling that steadiness of your breath. The movement of your breath. The movement of your blood. And then opening your eyes, if your eyes were closed, taking your front arm, your front hand, and reaching it straight up to the ceiling, and your back hand, like just a tiny little fingertip tent onto your back leg for that reversed warrior. Breathe in and stretch long through your left arm and through your waist. And then breathe out to come back through center. We're extending the front leg and landing our left fingertips gently to our left shin or even to our left thigh. Right arm reaches towards the ceiling, triangle pose, triangle shape. Going back and forth 2 more times. Bend your front knee, that's your left knee. Left arm sweeps up and back towards reverse warrior. And then flowing forwards towards triangle shape, lengthening your front leg, right arm reaches high. 1 more time. Breathing in, sweeping back. And breathing out, flowing towards triangle. Now just pause in that triangle shape and take 1 slow, steady round of breath. Now we'll rise all the way up through center. You may need to adjust your feet a little closer together. Toes slightly out, heels slightly in, knees bent, goddess squat. And you can get really low through your hips here, really grounded. We want to make sure the knees are kind of pressing out towards your pinky toes as opposed to collapsing inwards. And then take those bookend arms or those cactus arms and breathe in. On your exhale, rotate from your belly, your chest, and your arms over to the right. Center, inhale. To the left, exhale. Once more on each side, breathing in, center. Exhale, rotate to the right. Center, breathe in. To the left, and breathe out. Back through center, now stretching the legs, parallel the feet. Interlace the hands behind your pelvis. Little hug of your shoulders back as you puff open through your chest, the heart center. And then we're bowing down, releasing your head, releasing your brain, releasing your thoughts, releasing your worries down towards the ground. Hands can pull slightly away from your pelvis to kind of floss out through your shoulders. Relax all of the muscles in your face, in your cheeks, in your jaw, your forehead, and around your eyes. Releasing your hands, your fingertips towards the ground. Walk your hands back up towards the top of your mat. Step both feet forwards, forward folds. Now let's rise up, so bend your knees and just come on up nice and slow. Are we doing all right? Everyone's doing okay? Kind of, sort of? Can't really see. Yes? Okay. We're going to leave that flow. We do that a lot. We're just going to start sort of taking it through a few stretches, slowing it down a little bit. But before we get there, we'll take one more really big clearing, rinsing, flushing movement. So arms reach up. Bend your knees slightly. Now all we're doing is inhale, reaching up. And you can watch first if you'd like. Exhale, it's like you're throwing anything away that isn't serving you, that you don't need. And it can be really sloppy and really messy and just raw and real. We're going to do that 5 times. So let's take the arms up, make some noise if you like. Don't be afraid to really let it out. Inhale, reach, and then let it go. Exhale, breathe in, rise up, and throw it away. 3 more times. Inhale, exhale, breathe in, let it go. Last one, inhale, exhale. Come back up to stand, inhale breath. Take one hand to your heart center, your chest, one hand to your low belly. Close your eyes if you can, or soften your gaze. Feel your heartbeat, feel your breath. Come back to that steady center point. Steady, strong, calm center point. Let's release our hands, open our eyes, take a deep, slow breath, just circle the arms wide and high. And just simply bow down towards the ground, bow down towards the earth, the floor. Halfway lift on your inhale. Step your right foot all the way back. Lower your right knee to the mat. Arms reach wide and high with the breath in. Palms touch into prayer. And then we'll bend the elbows, so thumbs to the center of your chest. And we'll take a bit of a deeper, more deliberate twist. So right elbow hooks to the outside of your left thigh. Pressing your top hand, that's your left hand, into your right hand. Trying to spin your chest around towards your thumbs. Now we're going to take really deep belly breaths, about 3 of them. Deep inhales, deep exhales. Using this twist to rinse out through our organs, our digestive system, our spine. Now gently release. You can gaze down to your mat first. And then release your twist. Take your hands down to the ground. Now stick with me here. We're going to release the left leg back, but stay on your hands and your right knee. So your right knee and your right shin is on the ground. Turn your right foot out towards the right side. So you're resting your weight on your right hand and your right shin. Your left leg is stretched back behind you. And then we'll send our left arm long. Call this stargazer pose. So like you're tipping your gaze up towards the night sky. Hug your shoulders slightly back. You can lean your head as far back as feels comfortable on your neck. And really opening the whole front line of your body. Deep breath in. Clearing breath out. Slowly return back through center. So take your left hand to the mat. Turn your right foot back towards parallel. Downward facing dog, or again, hands and knees if you prefer. We'll sweep the right leg up towards the ceiling. Inhale, breath. Pull your right shin forwards. We're coming into a pigeon stretch. So your right knee goes out towards your right wrist. And your right foot kind of goes over towards that left side of your mat. With your toes tucked behind you, you can kind of inchworm your back foot towards the back of your mat in order to lower your hips. Okay? Now from here, you can release to your forearms, maybe make a little stack of your fists to rest your forehead on. If you need a different variation, if your knees, your hips, or your low back are really not happy with that, you can always lie on your back instead and cross right ankle over your left thigh, coming into a figure 4 stretch. So wherever you are, pigeon or that figure 4 stretch, we'll take about 4 or 5 more slow, steady rounds of inhale and exhale. With every breath, softening your edges a little bit more, surrendering your weight a little bit more. Again, relaxing your face and your jaw. The skin around your forehead, your ears, your eyes, your mouth. Relax your hands and your fingertips as much as possible. And let's take our last breath. So slightly deeper in breath. And an out breath, you can breathe out through your mouth like a bit of a sigh. From pigeon pose, walk back up onto your hands. We'll sit on that right hip and swing the left leg all the way around to the front. So left leg is straight out in front of you, right knee is bent, and you can bring the sole of your right foot to your inner left thigh. Left hand is kind of tense back behind you. Stretch the right arm up to the ceiling, sit as tall as you can, and breathe in. With your exhale, lengthen and reach forwards. Grab a hold of the outside of your left leg. That could be your calf or your ankle or maybe even your foot. Softly bow on your head, your forehead down towards your knee or shin. You don't have to force anything though, so just sort of ease in and find your natural edge. And if you would like to, you can release your back hand forwards as well. You can cross your wrists and hold on to opposite edges of your leg or your foot. Settle in, sink in for a few more rounds of your breath. Focusing yourself, focusing your mind, your brain on those calm and steady and even breaths. Drawing in the space around you on your inhale. Emptying and releasing and giving a little bit of yourself on the exhale. Slowly release and roll back up to your seat. Cross your ankles and hug your knees in nice and close. And if you want to just stay here, stay here. If you feel so inclined to take a little rock and roll through your spine, if that feels all right on your spine, on your vertebra, you can take a few little rolls. And now, up to you, a little challenge if you'd like. We can separate our feet so they're not crossed. Reach between our knees and use a little momentum to come right up to stand. So it kind of looks a little bit like so. And if you're like, yeah, no thank you, then just stand up however you would like to. Feet underneath you. Inhale, big sweep of your arms wide and high. Forward fold, bow to the ground again. Exhale. Halfway lift, little peek forwards. Now we'll step the left foot back and lower your left knee to the ground. Arms sweep wide and high on your breath in. Palms gather into prayer. And then pull your hands, your thumbs down to the center of your sternum. Moving into that twist. Left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. Hooking to the outside of your thigh. Top hand, right hand. Taking a firm press into your bottom hand to try to rotate and spin your chest, your sternum around to your thumbs. Now take those 3 deep inhales and exhales, deep belly breaths, deep cleansing breaths. Again, rinsing and massaging through our organs, our digestive system, and our spine. Gaze to the front of your mat and unravel that twist. Hands find the floor, find the mat. Now we're shifting back, sending the right leg back behind us, but stay on your hands and your left knee. So you're like on hands and knees, but just your left shin's on the ground. Turn your left foot out, about a quarter turn to the left, so you're resting your weight on your left hand and your left shin. Right leg stretches back behind you, right arm lengthens out long, kind of in line with your right ear. Stargazer pose. Hug your shoulder blades back. So gather your shoulder blades onto the back of your chest. Maybe let your head lean back if that feels all right on your neck. Opening and expanding the front line of your whole body. One more deep breath in. And one more deep breath out. Slowly gather back around through to center. Hands and knees or downward facing dog. Send the left leg up and back. Inhale. Pull your left shin, your left knee forwards for pigeon stretch. So left knee towards left wrist. Left foot out towards the right side of your mat a little bit. And then again, you can take your back toes and sort of inchworm your way back and down with your hips. Softly release to your forearms. If you can rest your head on something, that's ideal. So you can let your neck really release, really soften. So a little stack of your fists, or make a pillow out of your hands, or rest your forehead onto the mat. And remember, I'll again quickly show the other variation if you need to protect any part of your body, so you can take that ankle to knee figure 4 stretch, lying on your back instead. Settle in, sink in. Easy shoulders. Easy jaw. Soft belly. Let any tension in your belly go. Let your belly actually hang out towards the ground. Trust your breath and trust your body. Let's take one more round of breath in. And breath out. Maybe a little bit of a soft sigh there if you'd like. Press back up towards your hands slowly and shift your weight to your left hip, your front hip, and swing your back leg around. So right leg sends directly out in front of you. Left foot seals to your inner right thigh. Right hand tense behind you, and left arm reaches straight up to the ceiling. So tall spine. Take your inhale to find some length and some reach, and then exhale to stretch, to reach. Reach forwards and down. Grab a hold of whatever you can outside of your calf or your ankle or foot. Softly bowing your nose, your forehead down towards that right leg. Again, you don't have to force anything. Just find your natural edge and breathe and hang out with your own edge, wherever that is. Maybe release your back hand forwards as well if you want to. You can again cross your wrists, hold on to opposite edges of your foot or your leg. One or two more slow, deep inhales and exhales. And then release, roll yourself softly back up towards center. We'll take our feet just out in front of us. You can move forwards on your mat just so you've got some space behind you. Ignore me if you'd like and just simply lower yourself down onto the ground. And if you'd like to come through a really slow, controlled lower, so a little bit of waking up of of our center, of our core, then you can follow along. Arms out in front of you. And then with an exhale, slowly, 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 like painfully slow, slow motion style, start to curl your way back. So the first thing that finds the mat is just sort of the back of your tailbone. And then slowly trying to lower just the sacrum onto the ground. And then your lowest vertebra, and then slowly continue up the rest of your spine to lie down onto the ground. Give your knees one last hug in towards your chest here if you'd like. Some of you may want to take a happy baby pose. I'll just kind of leave that in your hands here. Maybe a tiny rock from side to side if that feels good. And then with your knees hugging in, take a big breath in. Exhale, draw your nose and your forehead up towards your knees and get as small as you can, like a little seed. Tiny little seed down in the dirt. Breathe in and then breathe out to release. Let your arms and your legs float out to the ground. So making a nice big V with your legs on the ground, a V with your arms on the ground. If possible, turn the palms of your hands to face up towards the ceiling. If that doesn't feel comfortable, you feel more comfortable with your hands resting on your belly or your chest, absolutely feel free to take your hands somewhere else. Close your eyes if possible, or keep that soft half gaze. And then inhale, deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, take a big sigh, and let your bones sink into the ground. Feel your bones heavy. Your body, your muscles heavy. Release every tiny bit of effort, every scrap of trying, every bit of movement. Let it all go. Let everything go. Feel as if you're sitting in the eye of a storm. So where you are is perfectly calm and quiet and still. And around you, everything can flow, everything can move. That storm can keep circling around you. All the other parts of your life, everything that's going on in the world, you can allow it to move and to cycle around you, but you can take a pause. You can choose to step out of that, step into this center, this still, this quiet. You can choose to take a rest, take a pause. Allow your body to absorb and process all of that movement. Give your mind a break from thinking and sorting out and planning and figuring out. So find the space, the quietness between your thoughts and rest there. Trust your body, trust your breath. Staying in your stillness, staying where you are before we move any part of our body. First, gather into your mind's eye, into your awareness, something, and it can be anything that is not helping you, is not serving you. It can be a worry, a stress. It could be an emotion that keeps popping up, or a thought pattern, or a story that you keep telling yourself. Something, anything that is really not helping you. Draw that into your awareness, and then consciously, deliberately, try to visualize or feel or imagine releasing that into the ground. Let it flood out of your hands and out of your feet. Let the earth, the ground, your mat, absorb it, soak it up. And slowly, as you feel ready, you can start to move just your fingertips and just your toe tips, and being very aware of the sensitivity of just those small little movements, of all the nerve endings in your fingertips and in your toes. Moving as if you're moving for the very first time. Slowly roll over towards your right side, coming into a fetal position. And as you feel ready, you can use your hands to help bring you back up to a seated position. And as you come on up, stay in this sort of soft internal focus, internal space. You'll find a seat, whatever kind of seat works best for you. If you want to sit cross-legged, or sit on your shins, or sit on a chair, or put a block or pillow underneath you. And from here, I believe that we will be letting Danielle take us into our closing meditation. So if at all possible, just sort of transition into your seated posture and stay with this internal focus, so we can go straight into our final meditation. So thank you all for practicing with me. Big namaste, and I'll leave you there.
Thank you so much, Yeva.
You're welcome.
So like Yeva said, if you can hold on to the feeling from the end of that class and stay seated, that's wonderful. But if anybody needs to quickly get up and go to the washroom or do something quick, then of course do that now rather than later. And I just want to soak up this feeling with you as we close off for the weekend by all coming together with our hearts and our minds, and present to you the last challenge. We've moved our bodies today. We've thought of our beliefs and our thoughts that might be challenging us. We've touched and massaged our bodies to help us relax. And the last challenge that I want to offer is the challenge of stillness. And improving our skills of being okay when we are just being. Can we lovingly sit with ourselves, and when we are doing nothing, can that be enough? It's just keeping your breath calm and relaxed, and allowing your body to relax and be still. Notice any physical sensations that might be occurring even though you are still. Can you feel the benefit, the tingling, the life from your yoga practice? Is there a centeredness or a fatigue? Relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your jaw. Your eyes soft, forehead soft. Feel the amazing presence of gravity keeping you solid and anchored to the ground. If you have thoughts, and you will, just allow them to be there. They come and go just like clouds in the sky. Allow yourself to become aware of them and not attached to them. Coming back to the breath, coming back to physical sensation, perhaps becoming aware of the sounds around you or the smell in the air. Using your physical senses as tools to anchor you in the present moment. Coming back to the breath. embracing stillness, embracing silence. Just notice what you feel. If there is any discomfort or worry, then meet those thoughts with love and interest. There is no judgment here. We all have minds that want to play tricks on us. The only thing that's real is that you are sitting on the floor and you're being quiet. Embracing stillness, embracing silence. Coming back to the breath if you need to. Coming back to the breath. Now gently turn your attention towards your heart center. And feel the thumping of your heart in your chest. Notice this area on the heart and around the heart, and start taking breaths into this area and out of this area, directing all of your attention and intention towards the heart center. Breathing into the heart and breathing out of the heart. Breathing into the heart and breathing out of the heart. Fill this area with your intention. And notice what it feels like. And keeping your attention on the heart center, bring to mind and bring to heart a feeling of love, joy, gratitude, appreciation, courage, or kindness. You can use a memory or a picture in your mind to ignite the feeling of your choice. Can you look into your favorite pet's eyes and feel so grateful that they were in your life? Can you remember the feeling of accomplishing something that you worked very hard at? Can you feel the comfort of the ones that love you? Choose a feeling and let it grow in your heart center. Breathing into the heart, and breathing out of the heart. And I would like you now to bring in the emotion of gratitude and direct that towards yourself. How incredible that you can show up for yourself like this. How remarkable that you would like to improve your experience of your life. And repeat to yourself silently, I am so grateful I am me. I am so grateful that I am me. And I am proud of my efforts. And letting that feeling radiate out towards the group of all of us here who have all taken time to be with each other and challenging ourselves mentally, emotionally, physically, all to just experience life in a new and fresh way. And if you want to put your hands on your heart and seal in that gratitude, taking a few mindful breaths now to come back to your physical surroundings. And taking as much time as you need to gently open your eyes. So a lot of these tools that we learn this weekend, I really do consider superpowers. Some of these things that you have learned can change your state within the matter of seconds. And that is incredible. That is something that most people on the planet don't think that they can do. They think that they have to fall victim to circumstance. But we can always change how we feel about something. And you all have showed that there is desire to do so. So I'm really, really proud of you for showing up for yourselves and for showing up for each other. Thank you so much. If anybody has any questions or thoughts, then please again share. We are going to do our best to put up the recordings of all of the sessions on the website for you to rewatch if you'd like. And also the donations, Gideon, you can correct me if there any more came in, but I think we ended up with $1,800, which is really exciting. So that will be split between the Downtown Eastside Women's Center and the Greater Vancouver Food Bank. So thank you so much. You've all given to worthwhile causes while giving to yourself. It's a win-win, the best kind. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thanks, Terry. Thanks, Marge and Nicole, everybody, Michelle, Jackie, Natalia. Oh, Elodie. Thanks, Elodie. Oh, that's awesome, Chelsea. That's so great. Wonderful. And thank you, everybody, earlier for your kind words. That's so incredible. I'm just so honored that this worked out and that you all made it what it was. So, wishing you, was there anything else I was supposed to say? Homework admin? I don't think so. Gideon, help me. Okay. Well, thank you so much. We'll send out an email, but when all this stuff is posted, but you probably can check within the next couple days, and I'm sure that it will be. Oh, so nice. And if you guys haven't checked out gallery view, you should do that one more time, just to see as many faces as possible, to remind yourself that there are people out there doing awesome things alongside with you, and that your four walls are definitely not the end of the world. Okay, thank you, everybody. I'll see you all soon.
Hey, feeling good, like I should. When in dark, I walk around the neighborhood. Feeling blessed, never stressed. Got that sunshine on my Sunday best. Yeah, hey, every day can be a better day despite the challenge. All you gotta do is leave it better than you found it. It's gonna get difficult to stand, but hold your balance. I just say whatever, cause there is no way you're around it. Everyone falls down sometime, but you just gotta know it'll all be fine. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Hey, feeling good, like I should. When in dark, I walk around the neighborhood. Feeling blessed, never stressed. Got that sunshine on my Sunday best. Hey, some days you wake up and nothing works, you feel surrounded. Gotta give your feet some gravity to get you grounded. Keep good things inside your ears just like the waves and sound it. And just say whatever, cause there is no way you're around it. Everyone falls down sometime, but you just gotta know it'll all be fine. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Hey, feeling good, like I should. When in dark, I walk around the neighborhood. Feeling blessed, never stressed. Got that sunshine on my Sunday best.